There was a samurai general condemned as a traitor by Oda Nobunaga and ultimately destroyed, Asai Nagamasa. What drove him was, surprisingly, Giri, a sense of moral obligation. His alliance with Nobunaga should have been unshakable. Yet, he refused Nobunaga's order to attack the Asakura clan, his brother-in-law's family. As a result, he met a tragic end at Odani Castle. But hidden within this narrative is an even more astonishing truth. What exactly was the Giri that Asai Nagamasa chose to uphold? In this video, we will explore why Nagamasa defied Nobunaga, the background leading to his tragic decision, and the lasting impact his end had on Japanese history. Let us now delve into that truth. In the main feature, we will also elaborate on his relationship with Oda Nobunaga and his bond with Oichi. Asai Nagamasa inherited the headship of the Asai clan, a small domain in northern Omi, as a young lord. To restore his weakened family, he was compelled to make a monumental decision. To rebuild his declining clan, he decided to form an alliance with the neighboring Oda Nobunaga. For the Asai clan at that time, this was a glimmer of hope. As proof of their alliance, he welcomed Nobunaga's younger sister, the stunning beauty Oichi, as his official wife. This was a classic example of a political marriage. This marital tie provided immense backing for the Asai clan, and under Nobunaga's support, their relationship seemed to solidify. Nobunaga reportedly trusted the Asai clan, entrusting them with the vanguard during his march to Kyoto, indicating their high esteem. So why did this strong relationship collapse? 3 daughters were born between Nagamasa and Oichi, and their marital relationship is said to have been exceptionally good. Despite being a political marriage, a deep bond had formed. The Oda-Asai alliance had become a crucial cornerstone for Nobunaga's unification of Japan. The Asai clan, based in Omi, was indispensable to Nobunaga. Nagamasa, leveraging Nobunaga's military might, defeated the Rokkaku clan of Omi and expanded the Asai clan's influence. Things seemed to be going perfectly. However, the gears of fate had already begun to turn awry. The peaceful alliance was heading towards an explosive crisis. It began when Nobunaga started his campaign against Asakura Yashikage of Ekizen. So why was the Asakura clan a problem for the Asai clan? The Asai clan had an agreement of non-aggression with the Asakura clan of Ekizen, their long-standing allies. This promise was tantamount to their family precepts. As Nobunaga launched his attack on the Asakura clan, he ordered Nagamasa to break this pact and join him in battle. Nagamasa agonized. Betray an ally or defy Nobunaga? Forced into an ultimate choice, he was tormented by deep internal conflict. Ultimately, Nagamasa refused Nobunaga's repeated demands and chose to uphold his Giri with the Asakura clan. For a samurai of that era, this was the greatest resolve. This was not considered betrayal, the gravest sin for a samurai of that time, but rather an act of upholding Giri. How, then, did Nobunaga react? Nagamasa's decision plunged Nobunaga into a desperate predicament at the retreat from Kanagasaki. He was on the verge of being killed in action. Thanks to the valiant efforts of Kinoshita Tokichiro, later Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and others, Nobunaga barely managed to escape back to Kyoto. It was a moment of miraculous survival. This betrayal became an unforgettable humiliation for Nobunaga, fueling his hatred for Nagamasa. His rage had reached its peak. The honeymoon between the Oda and Asai clans completely ended, and the greatest tragedy of the Sengoku period, a bloodbath, began. Thus, the two powers clashed. The Asai clan was about to embark on a battle for its very survival. So, what was this first major fierce battle? In Genki 1, 1570, the combined forces of Oda and Tokugawa clashed with the combined forces of Asai and Asakura at the Anegawa River. This was the renowned Battle of Anegawa. The Asai army fought with fierce bravery, at one point launching such a furious assault that they nearly reached the Oda main camp. Their morale was exceedingly high. However, due to numerical superiority and the reinforcement from Tokugawa Ieyasu's army, the Asai Asakura allied forces suffered a devastating defeat. The tide of battle had completely turned. In this battle, many senior retainers and soldiers of the Asai clan lost their lives, and their power significantly declined. Restoration seemed hopeless. Nagamasa had upheld his Giri despite defying Nobunaga, but this became a step towards the destruction of his own clan. How, then, did Nobunaga corner the Asai clan? Even after the Battle of Anegawa, Nobunaga relentlessly continued his persistent attacks against the Asai Asakura allied forces. His fierce offensive was merciless. Especially the burning of Inryakuji Temple on Mount High was a grim warning to Inryakuji, which had supported the Asai Asakura forces. This cruelty has been recounted through generations. Odani Castle, the Asai clan's stronghold, boasted formidable defenses as a mountain castle utilizing natural terrain, but it was continuously exposed to Nobunaga's relentless assaults. The castle gradually became isolated, provisions dwindled, and the destruction of the Asai clan became a matter of time. Hope was fading. Nagamasa prepared for his final moments. With his samurai pride in his heart, he thought of his wife and children. What, then, became of Oichi and her daughters at that time? In Tensho I, 1573, Nobunaga completely encircled Odani Castle. The Asai forces within the castle found themselves in a desperate situation. Nobunaga pressed Nagamasa to surrender the castle, offering the lives of his sister Oichi and her daughters as a condition. This was Nobunaga's final act of mercy towards him. Nagamasa accepted Nobunaga's proposal, if it meant saving his beloved wife and children. He prioritized his family's lives above all else. Oichi and her 3 daughters were sent to Nobunaga and narrowly escaped death. Their destiny, however, would continue. Having saved his family's lives, Nagamasa quietly committed seppuku in the deepest part of the castle, ending his life at the age of 28. What actions did Nobunaga take after Nagamasa's death? It is said that Nobunaga preserved the heads of Nagamasa and his father, Hisamasa, in sake and displayed them at a banquet. This episode symbolizes Nobunaga's ruthlessness. This was proof of Nobunaga's deep resentment towards Nagamasa's betrayal, an act that transcended the normal conduct of samurai. It speaks to the depth of his anger. Here, the Asai clan met its demise. Northern Omi fell under Oda rule, further accelerating Nobunaga's unification of Japan. The tide of the era could not be stopped. However, the spirit of Giri that Nagamasa sought to protect would be passed down through generations. His name was praised as an exemplar of the samurai. Asai Nagamasa was etched into people's memories as a tragic general tossed by the currents of his era. His way of life spawned many tales. So, what was the impact of his choice on history? What should we learn from his way of life? Why did Nagamasa defy Nobunaga? It was to uphold his Giri with the Asakura clan, his long-standing allies. Behind his tragic decision lay a samurai's pride and a destiny that could not resist the turbulent waves of his era. He accepted it all. And his final moments, while sealing Nobunaga's unification of Japan, also conveyed his spirit of Giri to later generations. As an unforgettable story, Asai Nagamasa may have been a rare samurai who chose Giri over his family and clan. His life continues to convey the harshness of the Sengoku period and the profound depth of human drama. We can learn much from his story.